Welcome back to my channel. My name is Serene Wilken, and back by popular demand, we have half a tower workout and half a reformer workout for today. I'm using the Allegro 2 from Balanced Body. This is the tower power attachment you can add on to your existing Allegro 2 reformer, and it's just a way to show that you can use both pieces of equipment in the same workout. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, push through bar from my tower. I'm going to unlock it from the safety strap. And I'm going to add my red spring. So it's a full spring for the tower. If you do not have a red, no problem. Use a blue spring or two blue. Blue is half of a red, so just keep that in mind for your setup here. Go ahead and please take a seat on your tower. We're going to begin with some warm up for our spine. Feet are connected to my tower rails, and I've got my arms here at shoulder width. As I breathe out, I'm going to be going into flexion. And then as I breathe in, I gently push the bar forward using my abdominals and I reach forward here. I exhale, pull. I inhale, complete it with a raise of my arms right here, reaching up for the sky, rolling back, pressing forward, opening through, lifting up. Using your breath here, warming up your spine before we get started for today's class. And just being mindful of where our body is in space. It's full body, it's challenging, really fun exercises for today's class. Lifting up and rolling back. We have one more here. And rolling back. Coming all the way back into your letter C. So notice what I'm going to do is tuck my tail, anchor my sit bones down just a little bit further. Feet are still pressing into my tower rails. My left arm comes to center. I'm taking this arm out as I inhale. Big reach and stretch across. And I exhale, the arm comes under the bar, lift the bar, reach across. And again, inhale, open. The rib cage all the way through the lats, and exhale across. Repeating that, inhale to open. And exhale. And last two. Taking advantage of this beautiful traction that you're getting through your ribs, the shoulder, the lats. And our last one for this right arm. And wrapping around. Very nice. Go ahead and connect your right hand to the center. Let's repeat, coming into that C curve here, anchoring through the sit bones and the tail, reaching this arm out as we breathe in. And we exhale around. Remember, you are pushing that bar away from you as you dive underneath. Press. And 3. And around. 2 more times. Start to open up that center, open up the line of those abs and obliques, and last one. And pulling through. Beautiful job, excellent. From this position, let's go ahead and just anchor our feet. Now notice what I'm going to be doing and taking my tail quite close to my tower. If this is too close for you, you can add the option of putting the box on the floor and putting your feet a little bit further in front if you're feeling too much hip flexor. What I'm going to do from here is use my hand and come on down to my mat surface. I'm bringing this bar with me, and my arms are just here at shoulder width apart. Feet are planted. Breathing in, neutral spine. As I breathe out, notice what I'm going to be doing is lifting the tail up, warming up that spine through a bridge, and rolling back down. So your arms are just trying to anchor through the shoulders as you roll through that spine today, lifting through the tail and rolling back down. Breathing out. And rolling through. Let's go for 2 more right here. Rolling up. Remember, you can use your feet on the box at the end of the tower as an option for your setup, depending on your leg length. Very nice. Pausing here with your tail, lifting my head, lifting my spine. I'm just giving myself a little baby curl. Exhale to lift. Inhale halfway down. Exhale 2. Inhale halfway. I'm just barely touching the mat with the bottoms of my shoulder blades. Lifting up. And lift. And one more right here. Very nice. Lower back down. Take a breather from where you are. Big breath in and full exhale. Good. Now the only thing we're going to change is the grip. Notice my hands are facing forward. I'm changing them to face the ceiling, palms face up. That changes a little bit of your support system. As we breathe out, I lift, 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 lift. Becomes a little bit more challenging and lower back to my blades. Exhaling 2. Inhaling down. Exhaling 3. Inhaling down, keeping those arms long. Exhale 4. Inhale to tap. Exhale 5. Coming all the way back. And at this point, I will bring my hands back on top of the bar. Very nice. From this position, begin to roll the spine all the way to the very top. Place one hand behind, scoot your tail. One foot on the ground, followed by the other foot. Now I am seated in more of a upright position, of course, but I'm going to push the bar, lift the spine right here. And now my right hand's going to reach across and grab my left knee. I'm really going to try to open the side of my body as I push and gently come around, pushing the bar up. And anchoring here on my right side. So you get a really juicy stretch again in this overhead. Coming back. And one more each side. And my last one right here. Very nice. Okay, we're going to just basically pivot our body, bring the bar with you, draw the legs around, and now we're facing the bottom right here. And I want to bring my arms just shoulder width again. My head is slightly in front of my tower bar right here. And all I'm going to do is draw my body into tabletop position. Imagine this spring tension is picking you up, rolling, rolling, rolling into your teaser position, holding at the top. And now all I want to do is come down just again to the bottom of the blades. I'm just going to kiss the mat and lift back up. 1. Inhale down, kiss the mat. Exhale 2. Inhale down. Exhale 3. Keep your legs as steady as you can as you create that shape in your body. 4. We have one more. Exhale 5. Very nice. Come all the way down to the mat surface. Lower the head. Anchor through the feet. Notice my feet are hip width apart. I'm going to roll up for a bridge position here and pause at the top. My right leg comes to tabletop. Inhale, replace. My left leg floats to tabletop. So what I want to think about right here is that I'm using my arms with some pressure into the bar just to really feel that foundation. As I press through the active foot into the tower bed, I'm really thinking of that glute connecting all the way through my system. Pushing up with that opposite hip. Notice your shoulders are square. Try to keep that neutral in our pelvis, not using the low back. We have 2 more each side. Every time you lift, think of pushing the opposite heel. Very nice. Once you lower your pelvis all the way down by rolling through that bridge, draw your legs back up to that same tabletop. Here we go. Breathing in, rolling through the spine. This time I'm coming into my little teaser prep position, keeping the knees bent. And I'm inhaling to hinge my right, exhaling to pull. Inhale, hinge your left, exhale to pull. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Inhale, exhale. Think of that deep abdominal wall right here. You're also using the hip flexors. I know you're using them. It's good. We need to strengthen those as well. One more each. pausing, rolling through our spine first, all the way nice and slow and juicy to the bottom here, replacing our feet back down. Take a brief windshield wiper with the knees side to side. Breathing as we go. Inhale across. Exhale through the center. This is just still part of the warm-up, right? So we're really trying to build that fire from the center as we get into our workout. And our last one, and back. Excellent. From this position, let's go ahead and take both legs back. However, this time what we want to do is flex the feet, coming up for full teaser, rolling through the spine, all the way, pressing through the active feet, active legs, hold that high V position, pause right here, rolling through your spines all the way down. Keep that control, bending the knees. Good, let's go for 2 more like that. Really slow and juicy, putting all those elements together. We flex the feet, staying active in the legs, lengthening here at the top, holding that teaser, rolling down through that spine, super glue those legs together, and finally bend the knees back in. Last one like that, here we go. Rolling through that body, all the way hold. Breathing in here, and rolling through, melting our body down, and finally the knees come back. Very good. Let's go ahead and replace each of those feet. And then if you'd like to use one hand to help you up, spin around. And let's go ahead and release that push through bar. We'll set up for the next group of exercises. Okay, let's go ahead, step onto our tower briefly, removing our red spring. And then we're just going to reattach the push through bar for the moment here. Bring our safety strap above. Now on the back of my tower, I have these long yellow springs. I'm going to be using these at the top third of my tower. So it's the second eyelet with my Allegro 2 Tower of Power. And then with that position, I want to have my loops attached. So we'll do that as well. And now I'll be facing away from my tower. So grabbing each of my loops in my hands right here. I'm coming onto my mat surface in a half kneeling position. So I want to make sure I'm in the correct position with the amount of tension I have for the next group of exercises. Drawing my right foot forward, left leg behind. I'm going to test the waters. So just by pressing both arms forward, I want to maintain my hip position nice and square. My trunk is very stable without anything floating around or shifting backwards. That feels pretty good to me. I'm going to keep that tension here, squeezing my glute on my left, pressing through the shin and my heel on my right side. First thing, my left arm pushes forward. Inhale back. Right side. Inhale back. So notice that your trunk might want to move, but you are really working on creating that stability as we alternate each side. Keep going. We push and in and push and in, push and in. Last 2 each. And press, really feeling that all the way through. And press. We're going to pause. Go ahead and draw that leg back. Let's change sides. Here we go for the other side. Find that forward lean first. Now my right arm goes first as I press and back. Press and back. Feeling that effort all the way through my trunk, my arms, my core. Feels so good. It actually feels really strong because it's resisting a lot of that force from behind us. Keep going, pressing, good. Even your quad is working here to stabilize you. Push and push. Last 2 and push. 1 more and push. We're going to pause right here. Draw both knees together. And now just setting up for a tall kneeling version of hug a tree. Feel free to keep your hips tucked like this, squeeze your tail, and you're going to take your body into this little bit of a tiny lean right here. As I breathe out, I pull my arms forward, closing in front of me, and I inhale back. Exhale, pull forward. Inhaling back. Now notice the bounce that wants to take place, but you're in control of your springs. Inhale. Notice my hugger tree is just about my broad line level, nothing higher. Keep going. Exhaling 6, feeling so strong in those arms today. Here's 7. Exhaling 8, keeping the head stacked, shoulders, hips. And last 1. Gently return with your arms right here. Roll your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Very nice. Okay, the next one is going to be a tricep extension. Now you can do it different ways. If you would like to use a half kneeling, that is fine, or you can join me for the tall kneeling. I'm going to test the waters first. The elbows are bent. The upper arm is in line with the ear. If I draw my body slightly more forward to find that tension on my spring, then I can interlace through those hands, lean slightly forward, and extend the arms and bend. Notice that you're working with your springs, right? You're not trying to fight your springs. Hands push up towards the sky. Here's 4. And you can imagine just like your pinkies are pressing forward, reaching forward, maintaining that trunk. Almost there. Last 2. And 1. Beautiful job. Lower the arms back. Roll your shoulders again right here. We're going to take our left foot forward again into half kneeling. This time, what I want to do is scooch back just a smidgen so that I can feel my body rolling with shoulders here, getting nice and tall. Okay? Now, soft elbows. Scooping the arms, reaching in front. Feel the biceps in the chest again, and lower back. Okay, so you're really resisting right here with a lot of the trunk. And back. Exhaling 3. Good. Exhaling 4. Almost there. We have 4 more. Scooping those arms today. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Very nice. Slowly come back, replacing your knee, exchanging with the opposite side. Same thing here, slightly lean forward, we're scooping the arms. And back, resisting the force of the spring. This is a tough series because you are really trying to prevent your body from breaking at any point with that tension. And press. We have last 4, use those biceps. And 3, almost there for 2, last 1. Woo, slowly come back. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and just take a little breather. We're going to pause and turn facing the tower. Now this exercise is technically a thigh stretch exercise, but we're loaded. What you can do is make sure that your tension is close to your body. That way our head, shoulders, ribs, and hips stay in this nice clean line all the way to the knees. If you want, you can bring your reformer bar down. It's up to you, but I'm not going that far back. Here we go. Hands are close to my trunk right here, tucking my pelvis, eyes at the top of my tower. I'm leaning back just about here, and then exhale back up. So work with your spring. You don't want to break the point at any area in your trunk as you bring your body forward. Keep the tension close to your trunk. Feel your quadriceps right here. Feel your glutes working. Keep going. It's an inhale back. Exhale. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more right here. Ooh, that's a lot of work in those legs today. Gently come back and up. Okay, so let's go ahead and let these springs come back down. The next setup, you're just going to take your springs down 1 level. The next eyelet down. I will move my bar flat for now. And I'm just going to thread each of my springs over my legs so I can come to a 4-point, reversing my shape away from the tower. So now I have this loaded position with my springs. As I bring my body out, I'm going to be feeling a little bit more of this both traction and resistance from the lower abs and the thigh bone. So what I need to do is prevent any movement here. I'm just going to be using more of my shoulders for this, tucking my toes under, and I want to find this press into my arms. So protract those scapulas right here. Lifting the knees up. I'm just going to take one leg back and pull in. Again, pull in. Same side. Here's 3. Using your abdominals every time you come back and in. And 5. We're switching legs. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. We're just going to pause, lower your knees. Now at this point, if it's too light of your tension, you can come more forward with each hand, or you have the option to change the spring a little bit higher. For me, I'm just going to come forward maybe 1 more inch. Do a repetition, lifting here and taking one leg and in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Pausing, other side. It's 1. Stabilize your trunk. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're pausing here, lowering the knees. Now notice what I'm going to be doing here is stacking my body still. And then I'm just going to be taking my right leg back behind, lengthen up, pulling my abs away from my tower mat. All I'm going to do is draw my elbow under, my knee under, and I'm pulling in together and lengthening. And 2. Keep going, you guys. 3. Using the arm and leg. Elbow to knee. Getting deep core today. And 6, almost there. 7 and 8. Beautiful. 8 on the other side. Let's find it here. Extend the leg, opposite arm, ribs away, pulling in. And 2. Try to get that knee to the elbow. 3. Exhale. 4. 5. This is actually a tough exercise, using that extra resistance from your spring. 8. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Pause right here. Gently walk your body back. And we're just going to remove each of these springs off of our legs gently. All right, you guys, and then we'll come to the side and set for the next group of exercises. All right, it's time to make this a reformer. This is so easy. We're taking this mat out first. Second part, add your spring tension. I'm going with 1 blue. We're adding the shoulder blocks back. Straps back. And last but not least, our bar comes back up. Now notice I have a blue spring. I'm using a locking pin. So the Allegro 2 has a very simple locking system to make sure the bar is steady for any loading with your arms or your feet. For today's class, come on up to standing. We're bringing our left foot forward on the platform. My right leg is back. Now notice where I put my foot, it's not up against the shoulder block. It's a little bit more forward, middle of the mat. From that position, use my arms coming into this light spring load lunge. Gently come back and up and in, lengthen both legs. Coming back and down. Pull back and in, back and down. So right now, my left leg is being weighted here at the bottom of my lunge. I'm pushing through my left to pull back in. And I'm also getting a good hamstring stretch. Last 2. 1 more time. from here, let's go ahead and hold that lunge position. Look for a vertical shin on your left side, extending your arms by your side, holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Arms come down, gently pull back and in. We're going to exchange our legs. Bring the opposite on, opposite foot. Remember, both arms are stabilizing us first. We come down into our lunge. We pull the carriage in, down to lunge, pulling into. Just think of your hips as headlights. You're trying to square off those hips as we pull into that lunge today. This is a light spring, so just be mindful. Don't let that carriage run away. Last 2. Good. Now the last one, we're just going to hold and extend arms long behind us for 10, 9, 8. Keep your balance for 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2. Arms come on back. Woo, very nice. Okay, so a little treat for us today. We're going to go ahead and maintain the blue spring. I'm stepping off to the ground on my right side. My left foot is now connected to my block. What I want to try to do is create a piking position at the end of my lunge. So let's just say I've got my right foot here and pushing back into my right side and hip as my left leg extends. And as I come in, I'm going to pike and lift my right side. And lower down. So my right hip, my right foot, right oblique right here is a pike position. My leg is floating and gently back. And lift. Not a lot of support from that carriage. If you want to add a red, that is fine. Use a red instead of a blue. Almost there. Here's 7. Use your arms. Slowly coming in. Last 2. Sinking low, lifting into your pike. One more time. Woo! Beautiful job. Let's pause right here. Let the bed come all the way in from this position. We're just going to transfer sides. You can migrate over, opposite side. Same exercise. Pushing back into that lunge position. Remember, you're floating using your oblique. And 2. It's almost like you're picking up the legs straight from the bottom at the end of that exercise. It is hard on a blue spring. It is much easier on a red spring. Keep going. Last 3. Almost there. Pulling up and in. Use those arms. And back and down. Beautiful job. Excellent. Let's go ahead and come back in. With your spring tension, go ahead and change your tension right now to a red spring. If you have not already, for the previous exercise, remove the blue spring. We are now facing the end of the tower. We're putting together the elements that we've already done in this class, now stabilizing on a moving surface, drawing our left strap into my right arm. So today I'm going to be taking it into my small loop here. Notice my feet are at the end and hanging off the end of my reformer. From this tall kneeling position, I can bring my other arm behind my head. I'm rowing, taking this arm across, squeezing and back. Now notice the tendency that your body wants to break. In other words, tilt forward. You want to work on all of that stability and focus on the rear shoulder. Pulling back and back. Don't go too fast. Make it slow and controlled. For 3 and 2. This is nice and challenging. And 1. We're going to pause. Now the same loop goes into my left arm. My left arm is facing behind. just gonna reach my right arm forward. I do single arm chest expansion, tall kneeling, push back, and lengthen. Exhale, lengthen, keep going. 3, use those triceps, use that center. 4, exhale, 5, 6, almost there you guys. 7, 8, last 2, we push, lots of control, I know, lots of tricep. Woo, very nice. Taking that strap back where it lives, let's go ahead and find the opposite side. So I've got the small loop this time in my left hand. I've got my other arm right behind my head, holding my midline here. I'm gonna be rowing back, trying not to rotate. So you have all that tension trying to take you towards your right. Your hips are your headlights, right? So they're facing forward. And you're pulling that elbow back behind you. Exhale, 5. Keep going, you guys. 6. Using rear deltoid right here. Head is centered. Last 2. Last 1. Great job. Right hand comes in the small loop. Other arm extends, palm facing the sky. Exhale, chest expansion. 1. Lengthen, exhaling 2. Notice how that energy transfers through your grip, into your arm, into your trunk. And 6, almost there you guys. 7, 8, last 2. We push with control. Your last one, we push with control. Gently come all the way in. We're just going to pause for a moment by bringing that strap back. Bring your hands onto your shoulder blocks. Let's go into a few cat-cows, rounding the spine, lengthening the spine. 2, and lengthen. Exhale, 3, 4, almost there you guys, just giving our spine a little bit of a breather. And number 5, very nice. From this position, what we're going to do here is draw our feet to the bar, and you have the opportunity to draw your hands in front of you. You have a couple options. You can make an interlace right here with your hands gripped right between your shoulder blocks near your headrest, or if you would like to hold your shoulder blocks like this, that is also an option. You could do either one. First, pushing out from the wood platform, almost all the way here, and then finding your feet on the bar. Okay, so parallel position. So this is the position I'll be in, stacking like that. All I'm going to do is lift my spine, lift my tail into this downward dog, and gently pulling into my plank. Do that again. And forward. Keeping the stacking here, keeping the tuck of the tail. Two more. One more. Gently replace one knee. Gently bring the bed in. Take a moment right here. Hands back on your shoulder blocks. And back for a few cat-cows. Let's go ahead and round and scoop. Extend it through. Exhaling 2. Extend. Exhaling 3. Extend. Feels so good on that spine. 4. And your last is 5. Beautiful job. Okay, come back to the same position. We're going to go ahead and hold it out. So taking your foot first to your platform, pushing, then finding your bar with your free foot. Other leg connects, and then we're holding this out in space. So notice your tail. Tuck your bum right here. Hold that position. Deep breath in. The only thing that changes, we're going to be bending both knees, pushing out. Bending both knees. Push 2. Stabilize with the upper body. 3. And 4. Keep going. Exhale 5. 6, keeping that tug of our pelvis. 7, almost there. Last 2. 1 more. Hold it out. Keep your position and gently bend it in. Lower down and come back up. Whew. Very nice, you guys. Take a moment right here. Just regroup, roll your shoulders. Big breath in, slow exhale. All right, let's go ahead and come on off to the side. We're going to unlock our bar, and we're drawing this bar today just above the headrest area. So the Allegro 2 allows you to move the bar into this infinity position. There's different levels through the reformer as you come up. I'm stopping today at this level right here, which is near the headrest. Pick it up through the center, drop it down. You have the opportunity to leave your shoulder blocks on if you'd like. And now we're coming down for some abdominals. Go ahead and watch your head, but bring your head just on the headrest itself. Okay, so here we are. Neutral here. Hands are under the bar. So as soon as we start pushing and using the spring system in this orientation, I'm going to be using my arms to push into my bar surface. Let's go ahead and draw the legs to tabletop. As I pull my body through, I'm going to push just to here and lengthen. So I'm in this full body position. I'm anchored through my low spine, and I'm coming back and under the bar, bending. Now, if you want, you can remove your shoulder blocks. Today I'm keeping them here. And in, and 3. Keep going, you guys. 4. Exhale, 5. 6. We got this. Keep going. Exhale, 7. Almost there. 8. Feel those triceps back in action. Here is 9. Our last one. Beautiful job. Come back and in. Now the only thing that changes is your feet come down. We're going to migrate just slightly to avoid any pushing into my shoulder blocks. And now I start again in tabletop. This time I'm lifting my head. So as I pull under, elbows narrow, I push and I lift and I hold that tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, come back. Whew, lots of work. Exhale again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and in. Number 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, and in. It's arms, it's lats, it's core, inner thigh. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and in. One more time. Here we go. Big exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and returning it. Beautiful job. Lower your feet down. Windshield wiper side to side. Take a moment right here. Collect your breath. Big breath in. Full breath out. All right, you guys. Now, let's bring our legs to tabletop. This time, we're going to be adding a little bit of a leg lift. Please lift your head if you can. Flex your feet. We're going to be pressing out. Same thing. Hold it. Now lower, lift, touch the bar. 2. Feel that work all the way through. Lats and core. 5. Keep your low back anchored. 7. 8. Strong arms. 9. One more. Woo! Come all the way in. Bend your knees. Pause for a moment. That's a lot of core. Back to back. Hug them in. Slow down your breath. One more breath together. And exhale. Good. Now, let's do this. What we're going to do is hold about a halfway with the tabletop position. So notice your wrists are straight. You're pushing into your bar. Elbows are right by your side. Flexing your feet. Let's take our right leg out as we breathe in. Pull the leg back. Exhale. Keep that position with you in that bar where you've got your elbows bent and your leg alternates that press. So as we push into the air, use your arms to resist. Deep core stabilizers, alternating sides. Keep going. It's a push and in, and a push and in. Almost there. Last two. Woo! Working really hard in those arms today. One more each. And last one. Woo! Good job. Gently come in. Let's take a second right here. Good. We'll migrate back under. Gently coming up to the side. And then let's go ahead and change where this bar placement is. Taking the bar back. It's very easy to do that. All you have to do is tilt it towards you. And it becomes into that moving position as we go back. So I'll take it to my level, come from the center, pick it up, and drop it down. All right, you guys. Next, we're keeping the red on into a mermaid position. So here we go. Hand in the middle of the bar today. Let's reach over first. Big inhale. Ooh, feels so good. Drawing the arm back, holding on to your shoulder block, reaching up. Draw the arm back, reaching again. And to the block. And reach. Good. And here we go, up and over. And reaching here. Lovely. From this position, the arm that was in the air, reach all the way. Find it, anchor it onto your bar. That arm will gently pull, the other arm will gently push. And just notice what you need here. Deep breath in through the nose and a full exhale. Nice, you guys. Coming all the way up and in, lifting the spine right here. Deep breath. And gently coming around. Let's do that on the other side. Coming through. Here's the other side. I'm going to go ahead and reach the arm to the overhead. And gently to your block. All the way over. And again, overhead. And to the block. Good. Let's do one more right here. A big stretch of the ribs again. Lots of core work, lots of stability in today's class, lots of arms, and now we come all the way to that bar, rotate and hold. Get that push and pull going here. Big breath in through the nose, followed by a long exhale. Very nice. Slowly coming all the way back and in. Beautiful. All right. So with that one red spring that we currently have, the only thing that changes, we're going to be adding a blue. One red, one blue spring. So let's come on our back. If you prefer the headrest up, now is a good time. I will keep mine down and let's roll our bodies to the back again here, focusing on a little bit more of our hip work. So feet in straps. Okay. From this position, just to find that midline again, heels are together, frog position, neutral pelvis, palms face the sky, pressing our legs forward and in. 2. Exhale, 3. And 4. Keep going here. Exhale, 5. And 6. 7, let's do one more together, is number 8. Okay, from that position, lift your legs towards your 90. Remember your tail stays down and then open into a big straddle. Push through your straddle slowly today as you close, close, close with control. Close the legs, lift up through center. We're gonna do that really slow again. So from the top, it's just slicing the air, then pulling down, down, down with control to close the legs, lifting up and open and down with control. Let's go for 2 more. As we move slow through the circles, it feels different because you actually get to feel the tension on your springs. And through. Good. Now lift up through the center. Let's reverse that. First we push down, hold it. Then we open for our straddle and hold. And then we just slice the air and we connect the heels. It's a little bit different, pushing down, opening out into that straddle. Open back, slice the air, connect, press, and open. Hold that stretch for a moment, then slice it up, pushing down. Good, let's go for 2 more. One more time right here. Lots of good stretch for those hamstrings. And gently back. Beautiful job. Now when you bend your knees, you're just going to take your straps that are currently on your feet, wrap them on the back of your thigh, just by your knee position. And with this position, what we can do is a little bit more anchoring of the pelvis. Legs are just at tabletop. As I hold my handles or ropes with my hands, I'm going to be pulling my ropes towards my trunk. And as I do that, I gently push my thigh bones into those straps. So I have the leg going this direction, my hands kind of pulling the ropes that direction, or the straps. And this is just an option to get more traction on that lower back. If you're feeling any tension, it's just a nice assisted stretch with the help of those arms and the spring tension. Good. And then very gently releasing that. Good. Do it one more time. Come back to that tabletop. Hold on to the straps. Push the legs gently into straps, and then you're resisting with those arms, pushing away and holding that position. Anchoring to the low back. Feeling a really good stretch. And gently back. Good. We can leave these straps where they are. You can lower your feet, and then you're just going to draw these little circles. So in, out, and around. In, out, and around. Think of this as just polishing the hip joint as you go through. And 5. Rewind other way. Here we go. It's 1 and 2. Keep going. 3, 4, and last is 5. Excellent job. Okay, to take these off, carefully take one off. You can find the foot bar with the free foot. Gently remove the other strap. Climb out of both of those. And we'll come on off to the side. Thanks so much for joining me for today's workout with the combination of doing the tower work first and then the reformer. This is the Allegro 2 from Balanced Body. If you guys are thinking about adding the tower but you're not quite sure, check out other videos I have on this channel. I do combine the reformer with the tower at the same time. So there's many different movement opportunities for you guys in case you're thinking of adding that piece. I also have a tower review giving you better detail of how to use the tower and what's included with it. Keep in mind, I do have a 5% discount with Balanced Body. The information is in the description below, so be sure to check that out. It does help with big purchases. All right, you guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.